right, guys.
What's up,
Ryan
folks?
here at Winter Park on another episode of The Lift. We got AJ here from Smith. AJ, tell us a little bit about your comic book origin story. If this is comic book number one, tell me about yourself, how you got here, and what you do right now.
Are we talking about my actual comic book character?
Yeah, dude, this is your origin story.
Okay, my comic book character.
No. This is your actual
about
origin
me.
story about you.
Where it all began.
I was
Yeah,
excited.
man.
I was like, I got to be
did
Superman?
you get bit by a spider?
Radioactive spider?
Yeah.
No, I would say general origin story. Grew up in Jersey.
Jersey boy, all right.
Old school East Coast, Italian family, maybe Italian mafia mob, not sure.
Of course.
You know, gotta keep it proper like that.
Gotta keep it real.
He's got to put it out there just so people think.
And no, I grew up snowboarding, working at a shop back on the East Coast as a little grommet, and progressed that into a career of riding, and then working for a good brand. It's pretty good.
First day out on the snow, were you on skis or a snowboard, and where was it? What happened?
For this year or in general?
First day.
First
time
day ever.
Your first time ever.
First time ever. I was skiing, and skied for a couple years. Snowboard full time now since 13. So, what, 20 years of my life, something like that. That's crazy to say.
That's awesome.
But yeah, been doing it for a long time.
What's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you on the mountain?
Being in a massive avalanche for sure.
Tell me about that.
That does sound cool.
That's gnarly.
I teach for ARI, the American Institute for Avalanche Research and Education, and I'm also a backcountry splitboard guide. But we were out, me and a buddy, on a casual day, and we remote triggered an avalanche from below. So we weren't actually skiing the slope. Unfortunately, the snowpack just was unstable, and we were unable to predict that one area, and triggered a avalanche. Came from up above and took me out. Luckily, we did everything correctly that day. All proper safety protocol. My partner was fine. He wasn't actually in the slide, just me. He's able to come extract me very quickly.
Good thing you had that knowledge.
Oh yeah. I had an airbag, kept me afloat. You know, that's by far probably one of the gnarlier things.
Oh, wow. That's insane.
How long do you think it was in reality, and how long did it feel like it was?
It felt like it was a couple minutes.
It's super deep.
It's deep, it's right in my soul. But in reality, it lasted about a minute and 30 seconds.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
I had my phone tracking, or I'm sorry, about less than a minute, about 30 seconds, not a minute and 30 seconds. I had my phone actually tracking the hike for the day, and you can see right where I got hit by the snowfield, because I go from moving at a walking pace to going 32 miles an hour within a split second.
That's gnarly. Well, is there anyone in the industry that really motivates you right now, or in the past that's just you've looked up to, whether it's in the business side of things or a rider?
Where's this gonna air? Which one of my bosses should I kiss ass to? No, I mean, honestly, I think some of my backcountry mentors have been super motivating and kind of keeping me in snowboarding. Having a career as an athlete and then going into guiding and working in the industry kind of takes some life out of you, because it becomes more work than play.
Yep.
But at the same time, when really what motivates you is when you get out with homies and you just go have fun, and
that's what it's all about.
You get to ride and you're like, oh yeah, 180s are cool. Going left and right is cool. This is fun. And you can just have a good day. That's what motivates me.
How long have you been in the backcountry game?
I started in 2010 with Search and Rescue here in Grant County, actually. Did avalanche recovery for them for 2 years on the K9 team, and then just kind of got into doing the other stuff from there.
That's
So
awesome.
you mentioned how you can do the simple things and still have fun. What is it, do you think, that maybe snowboarding or skiing in general is lost? And is it something that we should be focusing on, going back to the simple things, or is there changes in the industry that you see that you love because it's not so sport and athletic side?
I would say I kind of grew up coming through a lot of it, growing up in the East Coast, and riding from a very young age. I remember when boards didn't even have inserts drilled in them, and riding for a real long time. Every sport's going to evolve, and every sport is going to progress, and that's good. It's good to see kids like Chris Corning and the younger generation really pushing an element of snowboarding to where it's never been before. Same respect to, you know, Victor Dalarue and
100%.
you know, those guys who are doing it in the backcountry.
Yep.
I think the biggest thing though is we gotta remember style matters.
Yes.
That's why we did this in the first place.
Yep.
You know, that's why skiers used to copy us, is because we did it with style. And the old school guys like, you know, the Gooch and Mark Frank. I mean,
Yep.
way before those guys. You know, some of the originators like Noah Selaznick and those guys like who really pushed
Respect.
the original
100%.
freestyle world of snowboarding. I mean, it was all about style. That's what mattered, and I think some of that's getting lost in translation
With the
within
amount of
with
spinning.
bring
and
back
the
the
spinning
steez.
and the
Bring
flipping
back
and
the
the
steez.
helicopters,
The tech.
filming helicopters and the Red Bull and the nothing against Red Bull. I love that shit. It tastes good, but you know. But in the general sense of the thing, like we need to remember that it's personal expression, whether it's carving down the mountain or it's doing a trick.
And it's
Oh, yeah.
fun.
Yeah, and
Let's
it's
have a good
Style
time.
and fun.
snowboarding
You heard it
isn't
here.
cool. It's awesome.